Alright, what's going on, guys? I want to shoot a video today with the BMW 335i. So this one here is going to be about what it's about buying a used BMW, buying a used car. So obviously I bought this one used. I bought it about 2.5 years ago, and in that time I also started working in the car business. So in the past couple of years, mind you, I was working at a new car dealership. So last year probably sold anywhere 20 to 30 used cars. So I want to speak from that experience, plus buying a BMW myself, to kind of walk you through some tips on buying a used BMW and kind of buying a used car in general. So it can apply to both, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to try to focus on BMWs. Now, I've sold everything from Mazdas to BMWs to all different types of brands, but when I'm talking about used cars, but one thing that kind of shines through in all of it is that customers are doing more research now. So obviously you watching this video is doing more research, but people don't tend to research what packages come with the car. So for instance, like a 335i, like you see here, 335xi, there's a bunch of different packages you can get on it. So some people just assume that the car comes with certain things because they researched and they decided, like, you know, I want a 335, or I want a 435, or I want a 7 series or whatever, and they decide this is the year I want and that's the model I want, and then they kind of assume that they all kind of have the same features, but that's not really the case. Like, for example, this car comes with right here, that right there is for the radar cruise control. That's a very rare option on these cars. Now, one thing this car doesn't have, if I open it up, one thing it doesn't have is a nav. It's pretty rare for these cars, so maybe someone who wanted a nav, they might go and see the car and expect it to have it, and it may not have it. Me, luckily, I didn't want a nav because I like the way it looks when it's clean like that. But I've heard of people buying cars and then realizing that they didn't have a backup camera, or didn't have parking sensors, or didn't have Bluetooth this. So the thing is, ask the questions, test the car out, make sure, even ask if it's a BMW. They're really good now. I've seen where they put, for used cars, all of the features online. It has M Sport 1, M Sport 2, premium package, essential package. Do your research and find out which packages you need to fit your needs. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and now this doesn't really apply to older cars like the E90s, but when you start getting into the F30s and the newer stuff, is look into exactly what certified pre-owned gives you in your area. So if you're talking about, you know, what kind of warranty it gives you, all of that sort of thing. See if it's worth it, because sometimes it's worth it to buy from a BMW dealer that's giving that extra warranty, and you pay maybe a little bit extra than buying it from like an auction or a dealer or something like that, like a different used car dealer, but you have that protection with it. Sometimes it's worth it to do that. You get a better quality car out of it. And another tip to remember is that a lot of times when you're going to these C and B lots, you know, non-franchise car dealers, especially with newer vehicles like like again, talking about like F30s, cars that are coming off of lease, if you see them at B and C lots, that typically means that there was something about that car that meant that that new car dealer, whoever it was returned to, didn't want to sell it. So whether it had issues mechanically, or maybe it's an accident or something like that, it's always something to keep in mind as well, is why I would usually steer towards buying from the dealer. So if you're buying a BMW, buying from a BMW dealer. Now, obviously, when you get into older cars such as these, like E90s and stuff like that, it becomes a lot harder to do. I didn't do that myself, buy from a BMW dealer. But then it's just important to do your due diligence. What are the tires at? What are the brakes at? Make sure that you're finding that information out, getting a pre-purchase inspection from a mechanic you trust, doing all of that sort of things in order to make sure that you're not having money come out right away. Those are kind of my quick few tips about buying a BMW used, and you can really apply that to any sort of used cars. Always looking into what the certified pre-owned programs are, pre-purchase inspection. Those are kind of the things that I will ask to take away from this video, and that's from my experience as a car salesperson myself at one time. I am no longer. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want to give you guys the best information so that you can go out there and not get ripped off. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna get back in the car into the AC because it is blistering hot out today in the GTA, and hopefully I'll be filming another video soon. So see you guys.